Hey everyone, it's Patty from pspapercrafts, and I want to thank you for joining me for another gift card holder that we're going to make. Hope you all had a good Thanksgiving, and let's get started making this gift card holder. It's one layer here. I'm going to make another one that opens up as a card, but isn't this sweet? I love this paper. This is the One Horse Open Sleigh Designer Series paper, and I just think this little deer with the ears popped up is so cute. And I did cut the paper so that it would kind of make the full scene. And when you open it up, you have a gift card that fits right in here. And I will have all the instructions in a project sheet and the products I use for this. But let me just give you a couple of tips on this. So this paper, this is the One Horse Open Sleigh paper. And it has some really beautiful scenes that you can just, use as a card front. I mean, it's amazing. And you can just add a sentiment cut here, and then the backs have some great designs as well. So for this one, I took this paper and then I tried to fit this piece where I, it's attached to the card now, but where I wanted it. So I ended up cutting, so this is a, 3x4, so it's 3 across by 4 down. So I cut down first where I wanted him to stand, and then I cut a little bit off the top to make this 4, and then I put it, I kind of laid it here in my trimmer. I kind of had this above it to determine how much to cut off each side. So I had the bottom cut a little bit off the top to make it 4 inches long, and then I cut it to make it 3 inches wide. So I wanted to get the deer where I wanted him. So I then cut down this side and this side. And you want to cut the bottom off first so that you have everything even. And then once I cut these, you see they're a little bit wider. This is only 1 inch. So then I cut from this side and then from this side to get these inside 1 inch pieces. I hope that makes sense. And then the inside layer, I was trying to figure out what to use here, and I found that the back of this I thought really went well. I was trying to use pieces of this and I just couldn't get it to work. So I thought this worked out well. And then the stamp set I used, is this So Very Merry. So I thought peace and joy, and then oh what fun. So, and this is just 1 layer, and then I added some of these snowflake, adhesive back snowflake assortment, the smallest of the gold. Okay, so let's get started on the card we're going to make today. Today I am using this paper. I love it, and I haven't used it much. It's called Shining Christmas Specialty Paper. So I thought this paper was really pretty. It's got Mossy Meadow and Cherry Cobbler, and I believe it's retired, but this is just a demonstration. You can use whatever pattern paper you want. I thought this one would be cute as well with the holly, and then I thought there was one with presents. Maybe that was a different paper I was looking at. Let me just see. This one I thought would be cute as well. So if you have this paper, if not, use whatever paper you want. And this one I'm going to make a full card. So I have all my pieces cut. Cherry Cobbler. So this is your normal A2 size card. And you'll see, so this one opens, this one does not open. It opens this way, but not fully. So this is going to be a full card with this little gift card holder. So the first thing we want to do, so this is, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So that's your standard A2 size card. And then this piece is 8.5 long by 3 1/4. And we're going to score this in half at 4 1/4. Let me make sure I'm in camera here. So 4 1/4. And we'll score this. And this makes this little flap. Okay, and I think we're done with this. I've got everything cut. So this will go right here. And this is where I was trying to fit these pieces 1 inch here and here, and make a scene. This one, it doesn't matter as much. So we're doing, I think we're doing the trees. And then I have these pieces of the striped. You could do all the striped if you wanted, but I love these trees for some reason. So let's get started with just building our card. I am going to just add this to the front of this little pocket piece, which is some glue. You could use whatever adhesive you want, and you want to have it centered. You know, everything is, all the retiring products are on sale, so I have to keep on top of what's no longer available. So as things leave, I may be making something, and the product's not there anymore. And then you're going to adhere this right on here. And you want to center it. It's going to go top to bottom, but you also want to center it left to right so that it looks like it's even on both sides. And then these pieces will work on it. So here you go. So this will open up, and then this will open up. Okay, and then we've got this one, I think it's 1 by 4. There's 2 of them, these strips. So do you give a lot of gift cards out at the holidays? I do, especially to nieces and nephews. They're young adults, don't know what to get them, and I'm sure they appreciate it. I always do the Starbucks, but I think this year I might do Amazon, because I don't know what they want. They can get anything there. And then, of course, my kids, I always have a stocking stuffer with a gift card in it. Okay, so that's the front. I will put a sentiment on that as well. And then there's this inside. So on this one, you can stamp back here, but it's kind of hidden until you take the gift card out. So I stamped down here. But on this one, I'm not even going to stamp at all. I am just going to build this, and then we'll adhere it down here, and then we'll do the inside and the outside. So you can use any punch you want. I'm going to just give a little bit. So this is a little bit shorter, okay? So the pocket is 3 by 2. Again, I'm going to have all of these in a project sheet, so you can just measure it. And then this is, I think it's 7/8, so it's 1/8 shorter. So it's 1 7/8 by 2 7/8. And I'm going to just line it up side, top even, and then kind of have it centered between each side. And this is the modern punch, I think it's called. You can use a circle punch, whatever you want. We just want to give it a little bit of a kind of a lip, and then when you pull it down, it's all nice and even, so that when they pull out the card, it shows nicely. And a lot of times we have the card going this way, but it wouldn't fit in this card. It's too big, and this really makes it work well. It's not as necessary here, but I think it gives it a nice finished look. Oh, yeah, so this one we want to go down. I was thinking I needed the tear tape. So this one is just going to go right here. And then I think we will put this down and then put this down. So again, if you want to decorate this, you can. So this will go right here. Make sure it's kind of lined up across the top and the bottom. And then this, it actually goes outside of this, so it's good that we put that down first. And this one, we're going to do the tear and tape, because you want something very strong. You could use liquid glue, but for this kind of thing, I like to use the tear and tape. And we're going to put it all the way to the edge, as close as we can. Okay, and I'm just going to snip it. And then we'll do this side. And if it hangs over a little bit on the top or on the side, after you take the release tape off, you can just fold it back. So don't worry if there's like a little overhang. And then we're going to go across the bottom. You don't want to go across the top because that's where your gift card's going to slip in. Okay, and then give it a good rub so it's easy to get the release paper off. And I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool. If you have good fingernails, you could use them. And we'll just pull this off. You just don't want to pull the whole thing off. You just want the release and leave that sticky there. And ooh, I'm getting stuck. I see this goes over the bottom a little bit, so it's okay, but I figure I'll pull it from the top. And then this little piece I'm going to just fold back. Okay, so now we want to line this up along the bottom and right to the edge of the cherry cobbler. Okay, so now we can fit our gift card right in there. Okay, let's do our sentiment. So I am going to use the Christmas Classics, and I'm going Deck the Halls and then Tidings of Joy, of Comfort and Joy on the inside. So let's do, we could do Cherry Cobbler or the Mossy Meadow. I think I'll use the Cherry Cobbler. And we're going to do the Deck the Halls. So let's just give it a test run. Are you singing the song? A lot of these sentiments make me want to sing the song. Got a little bit of excess there. Let's do it the other side. That looks good. And we can put this right on here. Wondering if I should put ribbon around it. Like right here. Let me see what I have. I decided against the ribbon, but I am going to put this down with dimensionals. And I like to put them up in each corner, and then I'll do the middle, so the middle doesn't sag. And we'll just take the backings off. And center this right here. Let's make sure it's not upside down. And then on the inside, I'm going to put this strip. You could put the trees. The thing is, the trees are big, and to get them lined up, I think this is easier. And I like to kind of line it up before I stamp to see where I'm going to center my stamp. And we'll do Tidings of Comfort and Joy. And you want to do your stamping before you put this down in case you make a mistake. And before you stick it down into the card. There we go. Looking good. So let's put this down. So you have two choices. You can either make it a full card. I think it depends on who you're giving it to and whether you're mailing it as a Christmas card or putting it in a stocking as a stocking stuffer. You can go either way with it. Okay, and then we'll put this right in the inside, and then I think we need to put some bling on this. Oops, am I at the end? What's wrong with that one? All right. And then open this up. Put this right in here. Of course, you could stamp it if you want. And then let's find some bling to put on this. What do you think we should use? Okay, what I am going to do is use some of these iridescent basic pearl gels, or basic jewels, pearl gels. I don't know what that means. And I'm going to color them with a dark Mossy Meadow stamping blend. So I'm going to use the big ones. And these are the alcohol markers. And they're great. You can color ribbon, pearls, rhinestones. You can't use your water-based markers, your Stampin' Right markers, but this works good with the Stampin' Blends. So let's get these, and we'll just push this and pick it up. We'll put one here. One here. And one here. Oops. The one thing you have to be careful of is this is kind of slick, so the ink will be here, and you just don't want to pick that up on anything and then get it, transfer it. So this is the one card, so Deck the Halls. And then you've got your gift card, and then you've got your card, and then this one, we'll take the gift card out. This one is just the one layer. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this and make some of these. I am doing every Friday in November, I'm doing a gift card holder. So this is my third one. So come back next week and we'll do our final one. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.